Hello everyone. We are gonna do a review in the wild, and by the wild, I mean my classroom. I am just about to hook up my Momcozy S9 pump, so I figured this would be the perfect time to do my review of them. So hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brenna Boland. I'm an exclusively pumping mom, and I love reviewing pumps. These are my #1 most favorite pumps that I own, so I'm gonna tell you about them. Alright, I have the Momcozy website up in front of me, and I'm just going to give you the stats on this pump. First and foremost, this pump for both sides is $120. Right now, though, that's 20% off. Are you kidding me? 20% off with a code, and then my code, which is Brenna25, gets you another 15% off. What a steal of a deal. It comes in gray, and it comes in pink. I have the pink ones. I am like not a pink person, but for some reason just like having a color on my pump brings me so much joy. This pump has super long battery life. I have never once had it die on me. I do usually charge it once a day, but if I forget, it'll last me like 3 days, which is awesome. This pump has an LED screen that'll show all your information, and I'll show you that screen once I'm done pumping. Okay, so this pump has 2 modes of expression. It has stimulation mode, and that actually goes back. It has like short little pumps and then 1 long pull, and then short little ones and 1 long pull. And then it also has just expression mode, which is the long pulls over and over. On that expression mode, you can get up to 9 levels of suction. I personally only go up to like level 3. But like this morning, my pump, I only used level 1, and it did the job, which is amazing. This is a very quiet pump. I have it on right now. I don't know if you can hear it. It's definitely my most quiet of all my pumps. My biggest gripe with the original Momcozy, like the S9 and the S12, was that the hub wouldn't stay on. On these S9 Pros, it actually clicks onto the pump, so there's no chance of it coming up. That's the one thing I love about Momcozy, is that they continually improve and they're fixing their products to make them better. They're listening to their customers. So this one, it clicks on, it stays on, the suction level is crazy strong. I love it. Another thing I love about this pump is that you can use the fridge hack with this. I know the fridge hack is pretty controversial, but I do use it in my classroom and throughout the day because I have my own personal fridge that I set them in, and so I personally am not worried about contamination. I know others, they choose not to do the fridge hack. I do. It's very easy for these pumps to do that. You just take the motor off and you can stick the whole collection cup in there. I don't take apart my collection cups, the pumps at all, until the end of the day. I will use this in the morning while I get my makeup on. I use it right now at class when I'm grading papers, and then I will use it one more time right around 4 o'clock when I'm driving home from work. Now this is the pump that I have found has the smallest motor with the biggest collection cup size. I have gotten these cups to hold 8 ounces of milk, which is like the most that I've gotten. I have had other cups that will hold more, but the suction isn't as strong on the actual motor, so it doesn't even work for me. These ones, I will fill up the cups. Okay, now we're all done pumping. I always pump just for 15 minutes. It seems to get enough. When I take my pumps off, I personally take the hub off first, and then I get the cups. One moment while I get these off. Okay, we're back. Now I always get more on my right side than my left. Here's what we got. And when I pour, the spout is just on the end here, and I pour it right into the bottle and let it go. We are done pumping, so let's take a peek at these Momcozy S9 Pros. It looks very similar to the S9. However, this one is much smaller. If I had my S9 out, you'd be able to see it's quite a bit bigger. This one, the charging plug-in is on the back, and all of the information for pumping is right on the top. To turn it on, you hold down the power button, and it automatically sets you at stimulation mode. If you hit this button here, it goes to let down mode. You can see the little raindrop. Now it does go back to where you left off, so I always have to click the minus button really fast to get back down to level 1. From there, if you let it sit long enough, the screen turns off, and to turn it back on, you just hit the buttons. This goes all the way up to a level 9, which I have never used before. That would terrify me. To turn off the pump, you just hold it down again. And that's that. You will see on the back of this, these little silver balls here. This is the part that clicks in to the milk collection cup. And that's what makes it stay on the entire time. This little divot here, it covers where the milk comes out on the collection cups. I'm not going to take these apart right now because I just used them and they're dirty and they're full of milk. Not full of milk, but there's still some dribbles left over. But this is the collection cup. It looks identical to all the Momcozy cups besides the M5. The M5 is the one that's different. The inside is built just like all Momcozy's, but I will go more in depth with that tonight once I get these cleaned. The big difference between the S9 and the S12 compared to the Pros is that this top part is covered. The motor does not actually touch like where the milk goes anymore, which is amazing. It latches on and just sits right on top. The suction comes from this little tube here. Okay, we have made it home. My pumps are washed, so I am going to show you how to put them together. The design of all the Momcozy pumps are pretty similar in that they have this middle plastic piece, the duckbill, and then, I don't know what we call this. For some reason I want to call it a bladder, but that just doesn't feel right. We have this piece, plus the milk collection cup. So how we put it together is you take this middle piece, the circle guy goes right on top, and you push it so it wraps all around and sits right in there. Your duckbill goes on this circle part at the bottom, and you have to make sure it's facing this direction. It cannot be like perpendicular. Otherwise, it doesn't fit in the collection cup correctly. You have to have it facing flat. Once you have that, you're going to put it in the collection cup, and these little ridges here, these side pieces, they line up with this little shape on the inside, whoa, of your collection cup. So you kind of have to finagle it in there. I like to kind of scoop it in and pop this guy on first, and then I push in so that all those lines line up on the inside. Once you have that done with the S9 Pros, the flanges are the same all the way around, meaning like there's no little ridge where the milk comes out. So there's no like certain way to put it on. I like to just set it in the middle and push the middle in, and then I start at the top and finagle it around. You have to make sure it is latched all the way around or else they will leak. I know a lot of people have said they've had these pumps leak. I personally have never had this leak ever, besides when I overflow out of the top. So that's that. I'm gonna quick put the other one together. This design seems to be pretty popular between all of the wearable pumps besides Willow. I know the BioBoo has this design, but this is the first pump that I've seen where the collection cup, this is not a hole, it's hard, which I think is amazing because I always get milk stuck here. And because this barrier is here, it doesn't get up into the motor. That part stays dry. And so far I haven't had any issues, like milk will get stuck up here, but the pump still works fine. Which I know I've had issues for because I have a really strong letdown, so my milk, instead of like kind of dribbling into the cup, it shoots in all directions and it'll go up into here. And that was a problem with the LV. My milk would go up with a letdown and then the pump wouldn't work well anymore. So I really do appreciate about Momcozy. Okay, let's finish getting this on. I know they say like on the website you can't interchange the S12 Pros and the S9 Pro cups. I honestly have no idea which cups these are. At some point I think I got my cups mixed and they all work the same. But yeah, I have no idea which ones I actually have here. I'm gonna go grab the motors. This pump does not come with a cute little carrying case like the M5s. However, I use a Vera Bradley makeup bag and it fits everything perfectly. So here are my motors. Voila, I showed you how them work earlier in the video. This hole here is where this little notch lines up. So all you do is push it on and then listen for this click. Maybe. It's locked in place. This is not coming off. It's fantastically designed, unlike the S9s and the S12s, where I know I personally had issues with the motor staying hooked on. So, these are the S9 Pros. Let me turn it on so you can hear how loud it is. It's going right now. I don't know if you can hear it. It's a really quiet pump. I mean, no pump is going to be completely quiet, but this comes pretty close. This is personally my #1 go-to pump. I use this pump every single day, and I would use it for every single pump if I could. The only reason I don't is because I hate washing and doing dishes. And so eventually I do, and they kind of just sit in the tub for a little while. They hold up to 8 ounces is what I've gotten for my max. I absolutely love these pumps. They're my favorite. They're $120 if you're looking for my code. It is Brenna10F on Amazon. I also have my Amazon storefront listed in my TikTok, or else you can use Brenna25 on the Momcozy website. I believe both of them are a 15% discount, which is fantastic. Plus, right now, Amazon has its own coupon that you can clip, and Momcozy I think is like 20% off, so you can stack everything on top of each other. Let me know what pump you want to see next. I have all of the Momcozys, plus I have the Willow Go, and I have a handheld pump. I'd love to hear from you. What do you want a more in-depth review on? Thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.